The records are now open. Welcome everyone to a very special episode of Akashic Answers with Emily. If this is the first time you are here, please say hello. Are we still live? I'm going to check and see. My computer keeps telling me there's an error, but I see that it looks like we're still live. So I'm not going to hang up. If you can see me and I am actually live, let me know. I'm going to check here. Double check on my device. Oh yeah, we're live. All right. So I guess now it is official. The records are now open. Welcome to another episode of Akashic Answers with Emily. A very, very special episode. Today I am going to share a special moment in my life with each one of you, and we have such a beautiful, loyal audience here. I know that many of you have been following along with the expansion of impact that the Akashic Records is having globally, specifically how the Akashic Academy has been playing a part in this. And I know that so many of you have been part of this community since the ground floor of expansion. So today I'm excited to share something special with each one of you. And we're going to do a short little training today. I've got a training that will absolutely blow your mind, create space for us to play in those old constructs we take down. Of course, we'll also do some Q&A, so go ahead and start typing your questions in, because I will scroll back through and ask Spirit to bring my awareness to those questions that the answers to or the insight channeled in will serve the most of you out there. Okay, so if this is the first time you are here, again, my name is Emily Harrison. I am the founder and director here inside the Akashic Academy, where the cornerstone intelligence is learning and understanding the Akashic Records. This is the realm of consciousness where every detail of our past, our present, all possible futures is recorded from a neutral perspective. This means we get to see ourselves, the situations of our life, even the super traumatic ones. It's actually very great to see the traumatic ones from this perspective of unconditional love and zero judgment. So when I had many years of my own journey and experience, kept pointing back to the Akashic Records, I would have mystical experiences that were explained by the records. I had quantum shifts in who I was and how I saw myself by using the records. I realized that this was a tool that needed to be returned to humanity. And when we think of intelligence as resource, and truly intelligence is the most valuable resource here on our planet, whether you are looking at that metaphorically or whether you saw the same documentary I did, The Great Hack, which talked about how the Donald Trump administration utilized social media and collecting data from all of us to influence how the Trump messaging and the campaign for that presidency happened. And there was so much money spent on the collection of data, it actually moved data, intelligence, to a more valuable commodity than oil, even here on our planet. So as we all learn that we have access to this infinite storage house of intelligence, we will level the playing field of hierarchy, because truly the suppression of information is what creates hierarchy here on the planet. And I am here to help you find your way out. So thank you for being with me. Again, if it's the first time you're here, please say hello. I'm also going to ask you to share this out, like I said. Special day. Drum roll, please. I am debuting on the cover, you can't really see it there, of Spiritual Biz magazine. My dear friend Kimberly Mosca Pap is the CEO of a fantastic company that produces this magazine. And I'm going to leave all of you a link where you can download your free copy. And I'm going to invite all of you to please share this out. Again, help me use the power of social media, the connections that we've all built to share this really incredible milestone. Like I said, so many of you have been with me from the very first moments of Akashic Answers with Emily. So I appreciate your love and support in sharing out this broadcast. And I have a free gift for the one of you who shares this the most. I am going to gift you a free course, one of my courses. How many of you love ancient Lemuria? You feel a connection to ancient Lemuria, ancient Atlantis? Now, while you guys are letting me know that you love it, I'm going to share this out just a bit too. Maybe. For those of you who love ancient Atlantis and Lemuria, like I do, this special training, 7 Key Codes of Alchemy, is going to allow you to experience your ancient Lemurian self, recovering ancient key codes from the time of Lemuria and Atlantis. And you will actually craft an ancestral gem elixir medicine in this course. So for the person who shares this broadcast out the most, I am going to gift you 7 key codes of alchemy. Yes, I see a lot of you in here loving Lemuria. Me too. Yes, Vanessa, I see you. Jamie, I see you. Hi, Pete. Kendra, so glad that you are all here. June, hello. So here's how I want you to let me know you shared the most. Please send me a private message here on Facebook. Let me know how many shares that you did of this broadcast, and I will personally respond to each one of you. In addition, the one of you who shares the most, I will be gifting you the 7 Key Codes to Alchemy course, again, where you can explore your connection, your incarnation in ancient Lemuria. So I want to talk a little bit more about the Spiritual Biz magazine right there. Yours truly on the cover. And I want to talk to you a little bit about the interview that I gave inside. I talked a lot about bold decisions and how bold decisions have made such a difference in my life. They have opened new timelines. And I want to give you a little teaching, a little perspective flip today, that if you are not someone who makes bold, powerful decisions in your life, that this perspective flip, like I said, is going to blow your mind, open up some space for us to play in, for me to shift your perspective around the excitement and the incredible gift of making bold opportunities. Of making bold decisions, because that's what really opens up bold opportunities for us in our life. So let's talk about why people don't make bold decisions. Why do we back off of bold decisions? We back off of them simply because we're afraid. We shrink in the understanding of who we are, and it causes us to play small. We all have our own individual trauma. We have our own individual experience of trying to step out and play big, and some shit happens where you either I just tell you the personal story of me being the witch. Of course I was cast as the witch in the 6th grade play with Father Time. I have a solo. I've cracked terribly on stage. I'm not a great singer. And this experience, like, I was humiliated. This could have created a serious block for me when it comes to being fully self-expressed. Good thing it didn't, because I have tools to work through these kind of traumatic situations. And that's what I want to give you all too. I want to give you the tools to work through the trauma, because trauma, you know what it really is? It's uncultivated superpower. Energy shows up in 2 forms. It shows up raw and it shows up cultivated. And when we learn to examine our trauma and to allow it to shape us, then we turn those traumatic experiences into superpowers. So the areas where you have trauma, where you have fear holding you back, I want you to know, I want you to think of this as an uncultivated superpower. It's going to naturally make you get more excited about exploring it. Okay? Here's the next piece about making bold decisions, and that is, again, we miscalculate, we misinterpret, misunderstand who we are. You, my friend, are divine source energy and intelligence expressing through human physicality. When you remember that you are this divine source, you are going to stop processing your life from the human, feeling the struggle, looking up to God, to the Akashic Records, to the universe, to whatever your higher power is, looking for answers. And what I want to invite you to do is remember that you are naturally this energy. You are intelligence, source intelligence inside of you incarnate. It's in you. When you realize this, here's what happens. It's like your consciousness jumps up into your divine self, looking down on your human, saying, here's what you do, human. Here's why you fuck that up, human. Here's why you mess that up, human. Here's why you're scared. Here's why you're hurt. And when you remember that this is the truth of who you are, that you are divine intelligence, and that you can source the wisdom to know exactly what the right decision is, exactly the move, the shift in mindset, the shift in behavior that opens up a new timeline for you. You no longer see problems as, oh shit, I got all these problems. You realize that you are the divine intelligence. You are the light that shines on the problem, that solves the problem. Just you observing the problem and inviting forward a solution is the solver of the problem. But see, we experience ourselves as the problem, and we think we have all of these problems. You are the solution. You are the divine source of intelligence showing up in human physical form so you can interact with this space, with this matrix of energy, and you are the intelligence. If you're getting this, let me hear an amen up in here. Give me some yes, give me some hearts, some love, some likes across the screen. If this shift allows you to experience yourself more divinely and invites you into those bold decisions, and again, I'm going to invite each one of you to check out Spiritual Biz magazine and dive into the article where I share about how bold decisions have, again, absolutely transformed my life. Let's get down to now some Akashic Answers and transmissions. We're going to do Q&A and T. That's question, answer, and transmission coming in. I'm going to invite one more round of shares as we get going here for the Q&A and T portion, question, answer, transmission from your Akashic Records. Please share this out. And again, the one of you who shares this out the most today, I will be gifting you 7 key codes of alchemy. It is a course that will take you on an incredibly unique journey to experience your ancient Lemurian self, to recover key codes, and to craft ancestral medicine. You send me a private message. Let me know how many times you shared. And let's get down to some Q&A here together, everybody. All right, so I'm going to just ask Spirit to bring my awareness to, again, the questions that will serve the maximum number of people here in the container when we bring in insight. And I also want to let you know that if you, hold up here so I can see the questions, I'll have to squint into my screen. If you feel like the insight that is coming in is for you, and I'm not specifically talking to you, please receive it as yours. It is your guide's way of illuminating, rearranging data in your field so that you have aha moments, that you have activations. And I also wanted to share that as we go through the portion of receiving transmissions, you may receive any and all transmissions that feel divinely aligned to you. Okay? All right, so I am going to dive in here. Jana Lynn Clark Lott. I see. I would absolutely love to find out what is my purpose in this life. I've had several NDEs and have seen white light and other extra mundane experiences. Right on, Jana. Thank you for this. First thing I'm going to say is that generally life purpose and mission of other people is really fucking obvious to me. And it's not really my business to tell you. It's more my business to hold the space and allow that to fully drop in, allow you to stand in it, and allow you to be witnessed in it. And what I see is that whatever we go through as our own personal experiences, we're invited to show up and to teach others about. So, Jana, the fact that you've had all of these really freaking fantastic experiences, which I hear a lot of people might not classify an NDE, that is a near-death experience, as a fantastic experience. But when you understand the nuance of what happened to you, and Jenna, I get the feeling that you have maybe a little bit of understanding, but quite a bit, but there's even more, is what I'm getting, is that there's more almost recollection from that NDE state, that you can learn to move your consciousness back into a space where you can like recover those files and begin to understand more about that process, which you can then work with other people to recover more intelligence that they also had privy to in the NDE state. Now, what I'm hearing right now from the guides is it's a really incredibly it's like you walked into WikiLeaks and you got all the information. It's an incredibly potent space. However, most beings, humans who come back from an NDE or a near-death experience, don't currently have the bandwidth within our frequency to fully remember. But if we did, and when we learn to turn that on, man, some amazing intelligence can be brought back from this space. Higher than any person who stays incarnate, intact in their body, can actually receive. So what they're showing me is, and I know this shit, I'm very good at getting the high level information from the records, but what you've recovered in an NDE would far blow the socks off any information that I could recover from the Akashic Records from this space. Another beautiful thing about the Akashic Records is it's designed to help each one of us find our own unique genius, which every person has. And if Steve Jobs, Nikola Tesla, Albert Einstein, all geniuses who use this realm, if they didn't learn how to access this realm and unlock the things that they did, we might be very far behind where we are now in our current society. So how many other of you geniuses out there, all of you, need to learn to tap into the records so that you can understand what your unique genius and your unique contribution that moves society forward is? Because if you don't solve it and fill in that puzzle piece, we all lose. It's lose-lose. Okay, so anybody who now wants to, let's see what transmission we want to bring through. Anybody who wants to tap into, it's not even tap into, it's more aligned. This is going to be in a powerful alignment with soul purpose. This is for those of you who are like, the time is now. Life is demanding more intelligence and creativity and vibrancy and health. Like, you can't take it another day. This one's for those of you guys. So if you want to receive that, I'm going to show you a Tai Chi alignment. So this is my left hand in a karate chop position, aligning this part of the bridge-ish chakras. Okay, the heart's the bridge of the lower and the uppers. So we want to get it just like a little lower than the heart here. And then my right hand is cupped like this, right at the sacral. And we're going to take 7 nice deep breaths in together, okay? Take a nice deep breath in with me. Pausing at the top, and we'll release. Slow this process down, nice and slow. Good, deep breath in. Release. Phyllis Van Deen Humble, yeah, I feel that I can confirm that you had a near-death experience a year ago. It feels like a yes to me. We're on 3. We got 4 more to go. Those of you who get antsy, who are ready to flip the channel, come on. Total alignment to your mission. Just takes a second. Come on, deep breath in. Oh, yeah, my friend here who's offering y'all readings. Come on, dude, get out. I'm going to kick your ass out. That's rude. I told your ass before, don't come in here and do that. Okay, hang on. Look how this is coming up during the alignment. All right. I was kinder last time. Let me move back into a state of alignment and release. I will not break the activation. Good. I hope that some of you are laughing a bit. You're bringing a lightness of being to this process. All right, that was number 7, and I am kicking your ass out. Hang on. Shell Baby's here. Hi, Shell. There you are. Block him. Oh, you're out. Okay. Sweet. Should I light some Palo Santo? Clear the air a bit. Okay, so actually here's this. This is an incredible moment for teaching. So let's do this. When we have people in the space who are disrespectful to the space and to the process like this, it does create a certain vibrational frequency that you guys are sensitive and you're going to be picking up. So I want to show you how to shake that off. And this is ancient Tai Chi wisdom from the Taoist. So sitting up nice and straight, getting the hands up here. This is called trembling horse. Perfect that I'm going to look like a complete ass doing this for you on my magazine cover debut day. Okay, let's go. Hands up. You flick the wrist. Oh my gosh. And in my dress too, you're totally going to see my 42 or 3, however many year old arms flapping. I'm going to like totally flex for you while I do this. Okay? All right. So you flick the arms. You flick all the way down through the body. It's like a shimmy shake all the way down through your feet. But it's not just that bad. There's another piece that we're going to add that makes this even worse. You're literally going to do the trembling horse lips and face. But what this does is it will expel all static and tense energy that's building up inside of your body. And I promise you there are empaths, clairsentients in here who have taken that on from being in this space. So here's, we'll just release together. Okay, I'm going to flex so my triceps don't flap too bad. Shake it out. All the way down to the feet. Ready? Arms up. Shake it down. One more. Sorry to get a little more boom in there, but I couldn't shake it quite out. Make sure I don't shake out of my dress. Who feels better after a little play? There, I actually did this the other day in front of my kids. It's like I made them gather around and watch me. So I was going through some stressful, intense energies. I was an asshole. I don't like being an asshole, and most of the time I keep myself together, but I've had this bit of part of me that's angry that has been unsuppressed, and it has been unexpressed, and so she's been coming out a bit lately, and it came out, and I was an asshole to my kids. So during my own process of release, once I saw my assholery and identified what had gotten me off course, I used that and I said, all right, this is what I'm going to do to like actually physically release it from my body. And so these practices have become part of our family culture, which brings them from feeling so silly and stupid into feeling more normal, because they're actually incredibly, incredibly powerful. Okay, let's dive back in. See what else is coming through here. I'm going to take one more question from the records. Krista Pettigrew, thank you for this question. How do we stay protected during this time? I'm feeling drained. How many of you guys can relate? If you can relate, send some love like hearts across the screen. I have definitely needed much more sleep and much more self-care during this time. Here's what I'm going to say is I want you all to notice, okay, Krista, this is specifically for you and anybody else that it resonates with, but Spirit wants us to back up just a little bit. And rather than just feeling drained, Spirit wants to show us exactly where we are losing energy and where we are allowing the drain to happen. Okay? We're going to talk in like simple diet terms. Input, output, okay? I know there are 100 million different diets out there, and I'm not even talking in specific nutrition here, but when you break down to its essence of wanting to lose weight, if you take in a certain amount of calories and you don't burn off at least that many calories, eventually you begin to gain weight. So we're going to just like break it down to simple input output. Anytime you expend energy, it is a use of your masculine, divine masculine energy. It is something in motion, even if it is an emotion. Okay? Emotion counts. If you get angry, if you get frustrated based on what's going on in the political climate, in your family climate, in your work climate, if you choose to engage in the human experience, not seeing it from the God perspective, but from the human experience, you are going to have an energy expenditure of fear, worry, stress, anxiety, so on and so forth, which must be replenished. So I was talking about input versus output in the weight and exercise and calorie scenario. Now I'm going to talk about energy in the terms of output and then the input that we need back in. So when you expend a bunch of energy, especially negative energy, worrying, frustrated in that space, there's a certain toll that it takes on your body. There's a certain recoup time that is necessary, that is needed. Recoup time a lot of times looks like extra rest, looks like sitting on the couch watching Netflix, knowing that you might like to be using your energy in another way. However, you're paying the price. It's like the energy, it's like the hangover, right? So being aware of where we're losing the energy is really important because it's preventable. Oh God. I don't know what guide that is up there. The guy just said, it's like teenage pregnancy. It's 100% preventable, people. Okay? All right, so for those of you who, let's see what we would like to do. Let's bring in, let's do third eye activation. I'm gonna invite you, lick your finger, touch your third eye, feel how, yeah, stop grossing out. Some of you have done this with me before. All right, feel how your awareness instantly goes to that coolness on the forehead. Anytime we're bringing awareness to a particular aspect of ourselves, we're inviting it to grow and expand. So we are going to, with this process, expand the third eye, expand your inner vision so that you can begin to have more perspective flips like this. You can begin to see areas that you used to see as block and as drain as hidden superpower and opportunity for you to cultivate your sovereignty, your metaphysical and quantum powers as a human. You are one of the most incredibly powerful beings in the galaxy. And I'm excited for you to know who you truly are. So thank you all for being here. Let's do a final little, one more. Get it nice and wet there. Let's just breathe with the third eye. Close your eyes. Imagine breathing through your third eye. I'm going to drop the link for the magazine in here for each one of you. Please enjoy this. I thought I was going to be really smooth and fast about it, but I closed the damn tab on my phone. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to put it in there for you after I'm done. Right after I'm done. And remember, send me those private messages. Let me know, those of you who shared, and send me that message on how many times you shared, because I'm so excited to gift the biggest sharer a very special course, 7 Key Codes to Alchemy, where you will explore your Lemurian self. Make sure you check out Spiritual Biz Magazine. Wah, wah. I love you guys. Thank you for being here with me. I'll see you soon.